Alright, so this video is going to be a little different than what I normally do. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Delta Math. So the first thing we're going to do is go to deltamath.com, and I'm going to show you how, one, to create your account. So you're going to create your account, go to Student, and you need that teacher code. So that teacher code that I told you that you're going to need is that 301675. When you type in that in, you get your teacher name, which is Mrs. Lamar. You're going to select your class, which should be pre-cal. You're going to enter your name, first name, last name. Please use your correct names. Email address and password. Make sure it's a legitimate email address, because if you happen to lose your login information and passwords, you might have to reset. And then you'll go to create an account. So I went ahead and created a student account so you could see from your aspect what it would look like. So if I log into my student account, the first assignment that you're going to get is log equations of a first degree. What this says is you have to answer 5 questions correctly. And I was doing this just playing around, so it says I'm on my second attempt. The number of attempts on this specific problem before you are marked incorrect. So you're allowed 2 attempts. So you get 1 point off for each one. Anyway, and it tells, of course, your percentage. Now, say you watch my video and you're still not sure how to work this problem. You can go to examples up here, and it will walk you through an example on how to work the problem. So this was their problem that they have. Here's the first step that they did. So they moved this exponent, or this number here, to the exponent, which was the power rule. Then they multiplied it through, which was power rules of log. And then they combined the addition, so which was multiplication, which is adding 2 logs. So they multiplied. Then they multiplied. Then they switched it to exponential form, which logs equal exponents. And then they multiplied that out, so equivalent exponents. And then they divided by 720, and they got that answer. So they can walk you through it. Well, say you're still not sure, you can go to another example. And they walk you through another example. And don't forget to reduce your fraction, and then you got another one. And again, you can go through another example and another example. And then you can go back to the original problem, and you can answer your original problem. And then you could submit your answer and go to the next problem. All right? And again, I only gave you 5 problems for this particular question. So you can go back. All of your assignments would be listed in here. So in this particular one, you'd be solving logs. It's telling you that's the assignment. Click on it. That's the questions that you would be doing. Under solving logs, that's how many questions you'd be answering. That's the due date for it. So that's all you'd have to be doing for this particular one. If you have any questions on using this, I'm hoping to use this quite a bit, and that is because it's, one, user-friendly. The only thing I didn't talk to you about was submitting your answers. Say that your answer would be at an x squared or a square root. You can click on this little keyboard here, and you can have like the square root of a number. You can have functions in there. So say your answer was a log of something, or a tangent, sine, cosine, any of those things. You can use those as answers. If your answer was in radians or degrees, depends on what it was, you can have it. So again, different things, or different ways that you can answer questions. So you can also go back, and it can go back into those particular things. There's also a pi key, so if your answer is supposed to be in terms of pi, if you're supposed to have a squared as an answer, so say it was 5 squared, or in that case 25 squared, because I forgot I already had a squared on there. Say that you're supposed to have a point as an answer, So let's say it was supposed to be 2, 3. So if you ended up hitting this plus, you can have 2 here, and 3 would be your answer. Say you accidentally clicked it 3 times or twice, and you were only supposed to have it twice, hit the minus and you could subtract it. So in some cases, fool around with it or play around with it. Just don't submit just in case you are on your last attempt. If you happen to hit submit, it will make sure that you're ready to submit it, to make sure that you're wanting to submit that as your answer. So that way you don't get counted off just in case. There is a little calculator up here just in case. They have a graphing calculator, so if you wanted to do the graphing calculator, you can type in a function. Y'all should have y'all's graphing calculators at home, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. There's also a statistics calculator, so that's where you enter your list, that kind of thing. So again, really shouldn't have to use that very often. Not really sure what the tools are. Oh, that's for the teachers. Don't worry about that. All right, so, and you can always go back to your assignments if you're bouncing back and forth between some assignments. But again, like I said, I'm hoping to use this for quite a few of the assignments, so you won't have to print things off and you can access it through the internet.